now, Friday Night Fever with Mike Ludlam.
Good evening, everyone. The UP Showdown of the week started quickly, cooled off, and then went right back to work. Let's head to Miners Stadium as Negaune entertained the Gladstone Braves. Miners enter the game with a 2-0 record. The Braves are 1-1. Negaune kicked off, but also recovered that kick. So 2 plays later, Brock Aho, Neil Violetta going to the far side, and he is going to make it into the end zone. 7-0, just 40 seconds into the game. Gladstone stalled on drive number 1. Negaune back to work. The handoff goes to Violetta. And he breaks a couple arm tackles, and the next thing you know, he has so much green grass in front of him, he could probably run to the railroad track. Okay, maybe not that far, but 70 yards later, he's in the end zone, and he ended up with 3 touchdowns on the night. Now the Braves would score on a kickoff, and then new quarterback Darren Johnson improvising, and he's going to continue to improvise to the far side of the field. And yes, that sun gets right in the way, not a problem. Touchdown. 14-13, Gladstone missed that second extra point. Burrowing into the end zone, Shane Ring, and the Miners led 30-13 at the half. To the second half, Negaune striking again for Coach Paul Jacobson. And it's going to be Shane Ring doing that little fullback dive trick into the end zone to make it 38-13. Gladstone would march downfield, and Darren Johnson's going to be improvising once again. And he's going to go, and then he's going to stop, and he's going to start. And the next thing you know, he throws, and that is a touchdown to Owen Hansen. But Negaune will get another touchdown from Shane Ring. They move to 3-0, 44-21 over the Gladstone Braves.
You got to give Gladstone some credit. They came in. Their starting quarterback, Schwalbach, was out tonight. Falling that out just before kickoff, and they had some athletes that made plays tonight, and they pushed the limits with us tonight.
I mean, it was a good game. We played tough. We got to give my line a lot of the credit. We got some stuff we still got to work on, but it's a good win.
I would say we're jacked. It was not sure how it was going to be coming into it, and we started off hot, but then they started playing well, so we just had to overcome that.
Gladstone will head to Menominee next week, while the Miners travel to Iron Mountain. Oh, speaking of the Mountaineers, they were visiting West Iron County this evening in a non-conference affair. Mountaineers would take off early. Gavin Wright, right in the front of your living room. He's going to break some arm tackles, and the next thing you know, the referee blows the whistle, and that's called a touchdown. Mountaineers defense also getting some good work in. Next thing you know, there's going to be a fumble, and Iron Mountain would end up recovering. And Iron Mountain would go on to win this one by the score of 48-21. To the Superior Dome, Marquette entertaining Sault Ste. Marie. First quarter, Sioux quarterback Riley Alapsa mishandles the snap. It bounces away, and Marquette's Adam Genshak would recover. The Redmen had a touchdown call back on a holding penalty, had another holding penalty, so Caleb Bima came in and connected from 26 yards very nicely, 3-0 Marquette. Second quarter, Marquette's Andrew Gale on the counter will gain 14 yards down to the Blue Devils 3. Gale would score moments later to make it 10-0, and Marquette is on the board with a victory, 23-6 over Sault Ste. Marie. Also, Escanaba from the Great Northern Conference taking on Gaylord. Blue Devils' Ryan Stefanski looking good on the ground, pushing a blocker out of the way to get into the end zone from 10 yards out. But the second half belonged to the Eskimos. Scout Wonder right through everybody, and he scores. Escanaba's undefeated at 3-0, 27-13. Escanaba travels to Marquette next week. On the scoreboard, Kingsford defeated Minocqua Lakeland 35-0. It was Menominee all over Kewaunee 56-7. And the Norway Knights defeated Gogebic 49-20. Let's check on some more Mid-Peninsula Conference teams, Gwin and Manistee. Second quarter, and Gwin is just cruising. Hunter Bachman will find a lane and picks up a first down. He did fumble that ball for a minute, but it bounced right back to him. Then Chris Bosworth will dart through and around people, and yep, he's into the end zone. And Gwin would make the 2-point conversion, and the Model Towners had all kinds of fun tonight, winning 60-6. Non-conference game, Westwood traveling to Lance. And for the Purple Hornets, Cooper Jefferson to Jace Parker. And that ended up being a pretty good game. But Westwood would get the ball, and Nathan Beckman for the nice catch there. And then Beckman's going to find Brett Fredrickson for a touchdown. Patriots were down in the second half, but rallied to win this one, 18-16. To Houghton County, where the Gremlins were taking on the Ironwood Red Devils. And yeah, the only thing that may have gone wrong tonight for Houghton was in the cheerleading department, and that'll get straightened out quickly. Austin Googe threw some tackles, and 39 yards later, he scores. And the Gremlins are already in great shape. Jordan Reynolds will take care of business on the two-point conversion. And the Houghton defense took care of pretty much the rest of it. Tackle here by Elliot Malesi and Patrick Courtwright. And Gremlins, 42, Ironwood, 6. Calumet had at least 5 turnovers tonight, but still found a way to beat Hurley 26-20 in overtime. Hancock 14, Northland Pines 7. Tied at 28.5. Newberry gets past Parkburger Harris 48-34. And St. Ignace, no problem with Johannesburg Lewiston 47-0. To Alger County we go for Munising and North Dickinson. The Mustangs looked like they might have the first touchdown of the game, but Alec Blank was knocked down by Garrett O'Neill before reaching the end zone. Now it's North Dickinson on the offense, and O'Neill turns the corner, cuts back. He's trying to run in a Z formation, and this works out pretty well before he's brought down by Zach McGowan. Munising trying its luck on offense again. Blank rolling out, throwing, and a very nice catch, but he steps out of bounds just before the end zone. That's Corey Cody, and Munising lost a fumble on the next play. O'Neill will find Corey Williams, and Nordics go on to win this one 24-6. 8-man football. North Central, your state champions in white, visiting Ontonagon. First drive of the game or so. Wykons hands to Dylan Gagne, and that's an easy touchdown. The Jets are off and rolling. Ontonagon's first play from scrimmage. Noah Carto to Noah Lisinski. 52 yards, and this looked like it was going to be a pinball machine game for a while. However, Jason Whitens would score on a 16-yard run, and North Central would pull away to win this one by the count of 68-36. To Iron County again, Forest Park and Dan Nasserini. Hey, it's Dan Nasserini with the football against Stephenson. A short gain here, but Nasserini would just have a huge first half. He ended up, by the time all was said and done, with 343 yards rushing and 6 touchdowns. That touchdown pass as well. And it just would not be, it would be a good night for Stephenson, just wouldn't be a good enough night. And Forest Park, your winner, 52-32. Touchdown pass there from Jesus Pissarra to Alex Hansen. Ewan Trail Creek and Barriga. And Ewan Trail Creek has a big player. Jacob Witt is rather tall, and he catches the first touchdown of the game. And the next thing you know, he's going to catch another touchdown pass from Austin Berglund. Barriga tried very hard, but the Panthers were victorious by the count of 52-14. On the board, Onaway, a forfeit victory over Brimley. Rapid River, a long road trip, but it's worth it, 36-34 over Weberville. Engadine 42, Pickford 32. Rudyard, way too much fun with Pelston 64-6, and we'll be right back. Scores from college stuff. Northern Michigan over St. Cloud State in volleyball 3-2, but fell to 4th-ranked Minnesota Duluth 3-0. Michigan Tech wins twice, 3-1 over Minnesota State Moorhead and 3-2 over Upper Iowa. Lake Superior State on the short end of 3-0 scores to Minnesota Duluth and St. Cloud State. Also in college volleyball, Finlandia loses twice, 3-0 to Wisconsin Superior and Wisconsin Stout. Men's college soccer, NMU on the road, dropping a 2-0 match to Ashland. Finlandia fell 3-0 to Capital, which, by the way, also is located in Ohio. On the women's side, Tech a 1-0 win over Duluth. NMU drops a 4-0 decision at Bemidji State. Women's college tennis, nice job by the Huskies. Always tough to beat Ferris State, but they did 5-3. And in high school girls tennis, Marquette blanked Gwynn 8-0, and it was Munising over Westwood 5-3.